In 2005, the ground in a remote part of Ethiopia tore open. In just days, a crack stretched 60 kilometers across the desert. Some sections dropped several meters. Geologists who flew in expected the aftermath of an earthquake. What they found was the beginning of something far bigger. That crack is the first visible edge of a brand new ocean, one that will eventually split the African continent in two. It is happening right now under our feet, in slow motion. The place this is happening is called the Afar region, where Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti meet. It is one of the hottest, lowest, and most hostile landscapes on the planet. It is also one of the rarest. Far sits directly on top of a point where three pieces of the Earth's crust are pulling away from each other at the same time. Geologists call it a triple junction, and there are only a handful anywhere in the world. The 2005 event was the moment this slow process became violent and visible. Molten rock forced its way up from below and wedged the ground apart, opening that wound in a matter of weeks. Normally, this movement is so slow that a human life is far too short to notice it. In Afar, the Earth showed its hand and revealed the exact process that tears continents apart and gives birth to oceans. To understand what comes next, you have to look beneath the surface. The Earth's outer shell is not one solid piece. It is broken into enormous plates that drift on a layer of hot, slow-moving rock underneath. Where two plates pull apart, the crust stretches, thins, and eventually fractures. Africa, this is happening along a line thousands of kilometers long, known as the East African Rift. The continent is being torn into two separate landmasses. On one side sits most of Africa. On the other, a smaller piece called the Somalian Plate is being dragged eastward, away from the rest. The two are separating at roughly the speed your fingernails grow, a few millimeters a year. It sounds like nothing, but the Earth has all the time in the world, and a few millimeters a year, continued for millions of years, is enough to rip a continent in half. Here is the part that turns a geological curiosity into something breathtaking. Just to the north of the Afar region lies the Red Sea. It is held back from the sinking African rift by only a thin strip of raised land. That barrier will not last forever. As the rift continues to drop and widen, the day will come when the land can no longer hold the water back. When that happens, the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden will pour in, and the entire Rift Valley will flood. Water will fill the basin that the splitting continent has spent millions of years preparing, and a new ocean will be born, running down the length of East Africa. The Somalian Plate, carrying parts of Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, and Tanzania, will become a large island. Countries that are landlocked today would one day have their own coastline. The obvious question is when. And the honest answer is, not in our lifetimes or our great-grandchildren's. Full ocean is estimated to be somewhere between 5 and 10 million years away. On a human scale, that is unimaginably distant. On a geological scale, it is the blink of an eye, but we are not guessing about the outcome. Precise GPS stations across the region measure the plates drifting apart, millimeter by millimeter, year after year. Satellite radar maps the ground sinking. The 2005 crack and the smaller ones that keep appearing confirm the direction of travel. Everything points the same way. The continent is opening, the basin is deepening, and the sea is waiting to move in. We are watching the opening minutes of an ocean's life, something no human has ever been able to witness before. Stand in the Afar Desert today, and you would see cracked earth, shimmering heat, and nothing that looks like a coastline, but you would be standing on a future seabed. One day, far beyond any calendar we use, waves will roll across the ground beneath your feet, and ships will sail where the desert once burned. The map of the world is not finished. It never was. It is still being drawn, slowly and silently,